HVAC Automotive Evaporator. The HVAC Automotive Evaporator, or core, as it is sometimes called, is a form of temperature exchanger, one of three temperature exchangers in a modern automobile. It is in charge of cooling the interior cabin. The other two temperature exchangers, the heater core and the condenser. The evaporator core is also buried inside the instrument cluster or panel, often by the glove compartment. Some vehicles have two evaporator cores. One is when it's a large oven-type vehicle, and there's one at the front, and one at the rear of the vehicle. The other instance is in dual temperature zone cars, mostly the higher-end models. Evaporators are usually made of aluminum. Older R12 evaporators were often copper, but this is not a good idea on our 134A. Evaporators look like, and in fact are, similar to radiators, but thicker and smaller in general size. Evaporators consist of a series of internal tubes with fins attached to them to displace heat or cold. Air will pass unrestricted through the fins, just like a coolant radiator. The passages in the evaporator carry moving refrigerant in a gaseous form. It is precisely placed after the expansion valve, where refrigerant changes from liquid to gas and also gets very cold. The vehicle's blower motor has the task of flowing air through the outside of the evaporator, where it gets cooled in the process. Since heat always travels from a warmer area to a cooler area, refrigerant flowing inside the evaporator absorbs heat from the warm air. Also, at the same time, humidity in the air condenses on the evaporator's surface, and eventually drips out the drain tube to the outside of the vehicle, which is why you see dripping water when that is on. The evaporator may also be equipped with a temperature sensor. The sensor signals the AC head or computer what the evaporator core temperature is. Then, the AC computer module uses the signal to adjust various components, such as the AC motor actuated flaps, the compressor displacement, and even the blower motor. Adjustments are a must on newer electronic climate control systems, where every spec of efficiency is drawn from the system. According to the rules of physics, the AC doesn't really cools the air, it simply removes heat from it, and also as an added bonus removes humidity. Issues with the evaporator are always related to leaks and perforations in its thin aluminum skin, which has to be thin to keep a good temperature exchange index. When doing a retrofit from R12 to R134, remember not to use a copper evaporator. Aluminum transfers heat a lot quicker than copper and therefore is the only choice for R134. Replacement of the evaporator, although not a costly part, requires a lot of work, due to the disassembly and tear down of the dashboard. Replacement also involves evacuating, vacuuming, and recharging the air conditioning refrigerant. Knowledge of the equipment and vehicle being worked on is the key to a successful evaporator core replacement.